Recording in
First
progress.
of all, I would like to welcome all the students for the third lecture of mobile application development. In last 2 weeks, we were discussing about some basic theory associated with this mobile application development, and also we were discuss about some practical questions in the lecture. So today, first of all, let's discuss about designing consideration in Android. So when you are developing an Android application, you need to consider about some factors. Okay. So the first factor is performance. When you are developing an Android application for a company or for your own purpose. So when developing and creating this application, you need to consider about its performance as well as responsiveness, then the freshness, security. Likewise, there are so many factors which you need to consider. Okay, so the first one as a first factor, let's discuss about performance. Okay. So this is very important when consider about an application. Performance is a very important factor. So to increase your performance, that means not your performance, to increase your application performance, you need to write efficient code by efficiently using stack and heap, and also you need to limit the object creation as well as you need to be aware of how the variable scope affects for the memory use. So these are the main things you need to consider about your application when considering about performance of the mobile application. Okay. Then the next one is responsiveness. So responsiveness is also very important factor when consider about Android application. So we can determine this responsiveness based on two Android monitors. That means they consider two conditions when measuring this responsiveness. The first one is when you are using an application or a mobile application must be respond to the user action as soon as possible. That means, as an example, let's take this one. Let's take this is the UI interface of your mobile application. So there is a button for save. So when user click in this one, this application need to respond this click event as soon as possible. We consider it's within 5 seconds as a 5 seconds. So when measuring the responsiveness, our application or Android need to respond any user action within 5 seconds. So user action can be a key press or typing things or any other screen touching. Likewise, user action can be varied, but application need to respond this user application as soon as possible. We consider time period. We consider the time period as 5 seconds. So Android need to respond within 5 seconds for user actions. Okay, so the next one is, the next second condition is the broadcast receiver must return from its on receiver handler within 10 seconds. In last week, we were discussed about broadcast receivers. So this must be returned from its own there is a, when consider about this one, it has its own receiver handler. So it must be returned within 10 seconds. So these are the two conditions when we are discussing, when we consider about responsiveness of the Android application. So the next factor is freshness. This is also very important. So when consider about freshness, it needs to quickly displace the data to the users when they need to see the data and when they need to interact with the data. So that means when you are as example, let's take this user one needs some, as example, let's take some names. So that names of the student, or likewise some data sets. So this Android application need to display this data set as soon as possible. Uh, so the freshness means display the data for the user when they want to see it and interact with data or it. Okay, so these are the main factors which are affected for design consideration. So the next one is security. When considered about modern technology, security became most popular topic. So security is very important for not only a mobile application, for all application. When you consider about all softwares and application, security is very important factor. So in this Android application or Android Studio, then that means Android, it provides Android security model sandbox. So Android security model sandbox. This is the component or a unit which is responsible for the security of the mobile device or a mobile application. Okay, so this component or this unit, each application has separate unit. So this unit restricts the access to the service as well as functionality by requiring application to declare their permission levels. Okay, so this Android security model sandbox of each application provide, or they restrict access and the service by declaring their own permission according to their preferences, according to their requirements. Okay, so this security model sandbox of each applications are the person who responsible for the security of your mobile application. Then next one is seamlessness. In this case, this factor provides a consistent user experience in which application start, stop, and transition instantly without any perceptible delays. Okay, so this factor always provide consistent user experience for user by providing which application must be start, then the stop, and the transition instantly without making any delays. Okay, so that is known as seamlessness. Then the next one is accessibility. So when we consider about this accessibility, it is for internationalized and usability. But when we consider about a critical things, this is critical for providing accessible support for the users with disabilities. So it is very critical to provide the accessibility for the users with disabilities. So disabilities when they require to interact with the Android devices in different ways. So this is about accessibility. So these are the main 6 factors which you need to consider about, which you need to consider when you are designing a mobile application. Okay, so these are the main things. Then let's discuss about some Android development tools. I think in last week also we were discussing about some tools. So when we consider about Android Studio or Android development environments, you need to have some idea about what are the tools and what is the functionality of each tools as you are a mobile application developer. So the first one is, and this is the first one. So the first when we consider about this Android development tools. So these mostly these tools are available under, that means available in SDK. That means software development toolkit. Okay, so this Android development tools are available in this SDK, and not only tools and the utilities. These tools and the utilities are help in creating, debugging, and testing your project. Okay, the first one is Android virtual device and the SDK manager. So this Android virtual device is responsible for creating and managing AVDs, that means an Android virtual devices, and SDK is responsible for SDK packages. So in this, by use this component or this unit helps to download SDK packages. This is responsible for creating and managing Android virtual device in your project. Okay, so these are the main two functions of these two units. Okay, then the Android emulator. In last week, we were discuss about some practicals. I think you have some idea about what is this emulator. Emulator is a implementation of this virtual machine. I think you will remember in last week we create virtual device for your project or for your Android environment. So this emulator is an implementation of this Android virtual machine. Okay, and this emulator is designed to run within this AVD for your development purpose. Okay, so this is helps to test our mobile application project. Okay, then the next one is Debug Debug Monitoring Service. This is known as Gdms. So this is the place where it monitor and control the emulator. This is the place where it monitor and control the emulators. Okay, so this virtual device environment, we can create this Android emulator. DDMS is responsible for monitoring and controlling this emulator. So these are the main things. Apart from this, there is another tool as Android Debug Bridge. So this bridge is responsible for creating link between virtual and physical device. Please give me 1 second. Okay, so the Android Debug Bridge. So this is also a very important tool available with this Android environment. So this is a bridge which link virtual and the physical devices. Okay, so let's discuss this one in detail. A client-server application that provides the links to virtual and physical devices. Okay, in this case, this bridge lets you to copy, install, compile various package, and it provides some environment to run the shell command. Okay, I think you have some idea about shell commands. So this is the place where it helps to maintain a link between virtual and the physical devices. Okay, then the next one is logat. So this is a utility which is used to view and filter the output of your Android logging system. By using this logat, you can find the outputs of your Android login system. Okay, then the last one, AAPT, that means Android Assist Packaging Tool. So if you this is helps for construct and distribute the Android packages. So this is the device which is responsible for construct and distribute Android package files. So the Android package files, extension of the Android package file is .apk. So these are the main tools, development tools available in Android environment, Android virtual machine, virtual device, SDK Manager, then the Android Emulator, then Gdms, then AAPT, Logat, and the Android Debug Bridge. Okay. So then next one is about Android Virtual Device Manager. I think we have some experience with this Android Virtual Device Manager. That means how to create a virtual device for your environment. So this is this Android Virtual Device Manager is mostly used to create and manage the virtual devices which hold the instance of the emulator. You can create any virtual device, that means any virtual device according to your preference. You can choose any type, or that means any category based on your requirement, as well as you can change or you can configure these virtual devices with name, screen resolution, density, size, and the RAM capacity. That means you can configure virtual devices according to your preference. So these are the main settings, main configurations available with this device, virtual device manager. And also we can use this Android Virtual Device Manager to simulate the software builds and hardware configuration available on different physical devices. So this is responsible for two tasks. The first one is create and manage the virtual devices. This is the first task. Then the next one is can be used to simulate the software builds and the hardware configuration available on different physical devices. So these are the main two things that can be done by using this Android Virtual Device Manager. Okay. Any questions? Only 29 students. I think there are some power cuts in different areas. So do you have any questions? No one in the class? Only me? Do you have any questions?
No, madam.
No, madam.
If you have any question, you can drop a message to the chat box. Okay. Then the next one is Android SDK Manager. In last week, in practical session, we were discuss about this Android SDK Manager. This is the place where you can find, that means you can find Android version. That means you can find what are the Android versions installed in your Android environment. That means what are the installed Android version. If you need to find Android installed Android version, you can prefer this Android SDK Manager. So the main responsibility is, yeah. So this is the place which is used to find or used to find the installed in, that means it's installed Android version as well as not installed Android version. Okay. So okay. So I think in last week we discussed about this Android SDK. So in this case, it represent the information about Android version as well as Android API level and the status, that means whether it is installed or not, and also the revision. So these are the main things available in this Android SDK Sdk Manager. Then the next one is manifest. This is very important. In this manifest, by using this manifest, that means not by using, in this manifest, we define structure and the metadata of our applications, and as well as its components and their requirements. Okay, so this is the place where we define our structure and the metadata of the application. As example, so let's take, I'm going to create a hello world application or a hello testing application. So in this manifest file, we can find the main data structure. That means define the structures and the metadata. Metadata means data of the data. Metadata of your applications, as well as what are the components and their requirements. Okay. You can see this is a small file. So you can see in this manifest, you can find Android version, that means Android version name and the Android version code, and what are the main packages, as well as you can find the what are the activities and the categories, as well as their informations. Okay, all these are available under this Android manifest, but this manifest file always define the that means the structure of your application and the metadata of your application. Okay. So when we consider about this file, it includes nodes for each activities, then the services, content providers, and the broadcast receivers that make up your application. And also in last week, we were discuss about this content providers, services, activities, as well as intent filters and the permission. Intent filters and the permission determine how they interact with each other with other application. That means when we communicate with the two application, how they communicate, what are the components which are going to communicate with each other. So all these are written in this manifest file. Okay, so this is the basic structure and the metadata of your application. If you need to find the structure and some information about metadata, you can refer this manifest.xml file. Okay. Okay, so in this file, that means manifest file, you can see it is consist with version code. That means it's defined the current application version as an integer. You can see this is the version code, version 1. Then the next one is version name. So this is the version which display for the users, so Android version. Then install location. So by using this is the attribute which allows to specify whether to allow the application to be installed on external storage or internal storage with the value. So by using this one, we can specify whether to allow the application to be installed in external storage or internal storage. That means if you are going to install an application, that means if you doing any installation for your application, this defined whether it is needed to install in external storage or internal storage. Okay, with some values. So the free external and the autos are these two values, but the default one is internal. Then uses SDK. So this Node enables you to define the minimum and the maximum SDK version that must be available on your device for your application to function properly, as well as what is the target SDK for it has been designed. That means when you are designing an application, what is the required minimum SDK and what is the required maximum SDK and what is the target SDK. SDK means software development kit. I think you have some idea about 7, 8 or likewise. There are so many software development kits 7.2 likewise. So by using this users SDK, you can define what is the minimum SDK requirement and what is the maximum SDK requirement, as well as what is the target SDK. Okay, so these are the main components or the main attributes available in this manifest file. Manifest file is the file which where we define the structure and the metadata of our application. Okay. Then let's discuss about some Android terminology. So in this case, in last week also we were discussed about activity. Activity means a single screen of UI. That means single user graphical user interface. That means single user interface which the user interact with. Okay, so you can see when consider about some application, you can see when you are touching one button, it's direct to another UI. Likewise, there are so many UI associated with one single application. Okay, but when we define in an activity, a single screen of UI is known as an activity. So this is the fundamental unit of GUI. That means graphical user interface. Okay, so I think in last week, when you are creating an activity, you need to choose your application. At that time, I think you define it, you select the empty activities. Likewise, we can create many activities for a single application. Okay. So activity is a single screen of UI which the user interact with. Okay. Then the next one is View. So this is one terminology associated with Android application development. Then the next one is View. View is the visible. That means View is visible on screen items. So when defining screen items, there are many. So there are basically two categories as a widgets and the layout. So the view means visible on the screen item. That means screen items available for user visibility. So we can see there are two types of view, widget and the layout. So in this case, we can take GUI control as widget. That means button, then the text area, combo box, then the text fields, then the labels. All these are belongs to widget category. That means all the control, GUI controls. Keep in mind, GUI controls are the widgets. Okay. That means GUI control means button. Let's see. Please give me 1 second. Build. Main Java. Then this is that. Can you all see my Android Studio?
No, madam.
No, madam.
Only PDF. No, wait. I'm going to share the screen. What is screen? Screen sharing. Okay. This is still building. I need to wait. It takes some time to configure until we discuss this one. Then the layout. So widgets and the layouts are the main things or main components available under this view category. So the widgets, GUI controls are known as widgets. When we consider about layout, invisible container to position and size, that means to change the position and size of the widgets. These are known as layout. Okay, so the layout is invisible container to position and size the widgets. Okay, so these are the main two things available with the Android application. Okay. Then the next one is event. We already discussed about two terminology. The first one is activity. That means a single screen of user interface. Then the next one is view. View are the items on the visible screen. So views can be categorized under two ways, as a widgets and the layouts. GUI controls are known as widgets, and the invisible container, which is used to change the position and size of the widgets, is known as the layout. So these are the main terminologies associated with Android application development. Then the next one is event. So the user action, that means action that occurs when a user interacts with the widgets, is known as event. That means user action is known. Simply, this is a user action. User action is known as event. Okay, that means this user action or event can be a mouse. That means clicking, touching, scrolling, then the typing, anything. Okay, so this event occurs when user interact with the widgets. Okay, then the next one is action bar. Top menu of the common actions is known as the action bar. Then the notification area, top system menu, is known as the notification area. So these are the main things available, or a main terminologies available with this Android mobile application development. Okay, so this is the question. I'm going to this. You can see these are the GUI controls. Text button. You can see image button. There are many GUI controls available in this Android application. So these are the main things: checkbox, radio button, radio group, then the toggle button, then the switch. So these are the GUI controls are under the button. Then widgets. So these are the widgets, and these are the layouts. You can see these are the different kind of layouts available in this mobile application, that available in this Android Studio. Okay. Okay. In last week also we discussed about this Android Studio overview. I think you have some idea about the overview. That means project overview. So what are the files available in this Android project, and how to compile them, and how to build, how to clean. I think you have some basic idea about these things. So no need to discuss this again. Under this, we have some idea about what is this Android manifest.xml. This means manifest file. So what are the available features, or what are the available controls, and components of this Android manifest XML. I think now you have some idea about these basic things. Then let's create our first application. Before creating this one, that means before discussing this theory part, let's discuss some practical question from the practical guides. There is a question. Madden couldn't run the virtual devices. Some errors are showing up. What are the errors? Can you drop a screenshot of your errors? That means your output. Okay, before discussing about these components, that means layouts and widgets, all this, let's discuss about some practical things first. After that, let's discuss about theory again. Let's move into our Android application. I think in last week we were discuss about practical guide 1 up to question number 16 or some, yeah, I think 16. Did you complete this one? Did you complete this Android practical guide 1? Did you try this one? Did you try this one? No one in the class now. Only there are 28 students, but no one answer my question. Did you complete practical guide 1 or not complete yet? Hello? ඔයාලා ආන්සර් එකක් දුන්නේ නැත්නම් මම එක එක්කෙනාගේ ප්‍රශ්න අහනවා. ඊට වඩා මම හිතන්නේ ලේසි මගේ ප්‍රශ්නට ආන්සර් එක දෙන එක. ඔයාලා ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් ගයිඩ් එකේ මේ ටික කරාද ඉතිරි ටික? ඔයාලා කම්ප්ලීට් කරාද නැත්නම් මම දැන් ආයේ ඒ ටික කරන්න ඕනිද?
कंप्लीट करा मैडम प्लीज
මුළු ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් ගයිඩ් එකේ මේ ටික ඔක්කොම කම්ප්ලීට් කරාද ඔයාලා?
ඔක්කොම ටික කරේ නෑ මැඩම් ගිය සතියේ කරපු ටික කරා මේ අර virtual machine එක මේ පොඩ්ඩක් ස්ටක් වෙනවා
ඒ කියන්නේ question number 16 වලට වෙනකන් ඔයාලා කරා. එතනින් හට කරේ නෑනේ?
ඔව් මැඩම්
හරි එහෙනම් අපි දෙගොල්ලම එකතු වෙලා ඉතිරි ටික කරගෙන යමු. wait. Okay. Okay. I didn't see your message. Okay, so we went to 16, madam. Okay, we went to not yet finished, madam. Wait, what is the debug? There is a question. Invoke customs are only support for stored in Android 0. Java compilation error. What is the version of SDK? Who is this one? Yeah. 19B1. 30. What is the SDK version? Drop a message. Okay, then I think in last week we were discussed about this one, how to change the text view of our application. In today, let's discuss about string objects. Okay, that means string variables. So to discuss about this string object, first we need to find where is our string class. Okay, to find this string class, first we need to refer this r.java file. Let's find this file first. Okay. In my Android version, that means my one is latest version, that means after 2020. So in my case, I can find this r.java file. First you need to move into the project view. So first you can move to this project view, then you can select this app. Under this app, you can see there is a folder as build. You can click on this build folder. Then there are two folders as generated and the intermediates. So first you can select this generated one. Under this folder, you can find another folder as not namespace r class sources. In this case, you can refer debug one, then process debug resources. After that, you can find R folder. Under this R folder, there are three folders as Android X, and the COM. You can find example folder. Under this COM folder, you can refer this example folder. At that time, you can see there is a folder with your project name. So you can refer this one. So this is the r.java file. Okay. First, you can find your r.java file. Then we can find the string class. Before this, please find your r.java file. If any difficulties, raise hand. First, open this r.java file. Pota, you need to install. This is the answer for student number 30. You need to have a minimum API level 26. Okay. You can select your virtual device with minimum API level 26. Okay. You can create another virtual device with minimum with this API level 26. Okay, I think that is answer for the answer for software 19B130, not for others. So what about others? Did you find r.java? Any difficulties? Okay, I think you can find this r.java, then move to string class. So you can see there are so many classes available. This file, this r.java file is consist with 21,541 lines. Okay, you need to find the string class. Before that, you can see this is the package and these are the available classes under this project. So you can find your string class or a string object. So your task is to find string objects and the variables. find your task is to find the ID values for each string and string objects and the variables. So you need to find the string class first. Just slowly go through this file like this. These are int. All these are integer. You can see these are integer. You need to find the value of string. Then slowly go down. Still integer. You can see still integer variables and the integer functions and the variable. That means variable and the objects. This is also integer. Okay, this class also. Wait. Let's find this string class. This is also ID. No? Integer drawable. This is a drawable class. Then this is the ID. Integer layout. Yeah, this is the string class. You can find this string class in line 46. That means 4647. This is varies from application to application. I think in my case, I only include no code in my application. So this is the in my application, this string class is available in line 4647 line. So in your application, it can be varied. Please find the string class first. Did you find this one? If yes, raise hand. This is my string class. So this is the string XML available in your application. You can see this is the only string variables we can find. So in this case, the application, that means this string name variable is app name. So in this example, we are going to find the ID of this app name variables. So to find this one, first we need to refer the r.java file. In r.java file, you can find a string class under this. Within this string class, we can find this app name, that means ID of this app name variable. So let's find in my class, you can see there are many. Yeah, this is the app.name. So this is the ID of app.name under this string class. So these are the string variables and the objects available in this string class. Okay, so ID is a integer number. That's why it's define an integer variable. So this is the ID of app underscore name variable. So this is a string one. You can say it is defined in strings.xml file. Okay. So try to find the ID of your string class or is your string variable and drop a message I need to see your ID. That means I need to see your variable ID. So you can drop a message. First, you can find the app.name variable. Then you can take the ID of this variable. Then you can drop that ID into the chat. Okay. I will give you 2 minutes. Please send me your IDs. Not your IDs, your variable ID. MMW19 B119. What is the ID of your variable? ඔයාලගේ string ඔයාලා හදපු string XML file එකකින් ඒක auto generate වෙන XML string.xml file එකේ application name කියන variable එකට අදාළව ID එක අපිට r.java file එකෙන් හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මම අහන්නේ මොකද්ද ඔයාලගේ මෙන්න මේ variable එකට අදාළ ID එක කියලා. No one in the class. 26 students, but no one answered my question. Is it difficult to find? Then, I think power cut එක common issue එකක් නේ. ඒ නිසා අපිට ඉතින් ඒකට මුකුත් මේව කරන්න බෑනේ. ඒත් ඔයාලා මම practical කරන එක බලන් ඉන්න. ඒකට ඔයාලට පස්සේ ඔයාලට free වෙ කියන්නේ like තියෙන වෙලාවක lecture recording එකට ගිහිල්ලා ඔයාලා මේක කරලා තනියෙන් try කරන්න. හරිද? Okay. So now I'm going to discuss our next question. So you can create a new string variable called my name in string.xml file. So our next task is to create a new variable with the name my name in string.xml, and we are going to assign the value for that variable. Okay. Let's move to this string.xml. This string.xml. Okay. I will upload. There are some. Okay, definitely I will upload lecture 1, 2, 3. All recordings. So this string.xml is available. You can find. So in this test hello, you can see the app. Under this app, you can see src folder. Under this src folder, you can see this main folder. Under this main folder, you can see res. So under this res, you can find the layout and the value. So in this value, you can find the string.xml. Under this layout folder, you can find the active mx. That means active main XML files. Okay. So now we are going to create a new variable. That means a string variable. I'm going to copy this one, but don't do it. It will type. Okay, I'm going to create a new variable as, what is the name of the variable? My name. As my name, and we are going to assign the value as my name is ABC. Okay, we are going to assign the value as my name is ABC. In this task, we create a new string variable as my name, and we assign my name is ABC into that variable. Okay. So then we are going to run this one. It takes some time. Please give me 1 second. Activity same issue. let's run. Okay, let's create another virtual device and run. Okay, you can see this is my, is this one? Sorry, this is also last project. I think I closed the previous project. Let's create new AVD manager, a virtual device, create virtual device, this one. Okay, then let's run this one. Still, it's running my previous project. Please give me 1 second. Let's open again. So in this case, we already, if there is a, wait, give me 1 second. Let's wait until this is logged in. Okay, first we can clean the project. Okay, then you can build your project again. It takes some time. In today, I'm not going to take your attendance due to this power cut issues. In next day, I definitely take your attendance. I will take your attendance. Okay, then let's run and see. Just the same issue. It didn't assign interface. Wait, I think I'm not going. Okay, activity.xml, string.xml. Wait. This is the issue. Still, let's run my previous one. This is also my previous one. Wait, is this issue? Application. ටිකක් වෙලා යනවා කොහොමවත් run වෙන්නේ ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කරපු project එක තමයි run වෙන්නේ මම හිතන්නේ හරියට memory එක cache වෙන්නේ නැති ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා කොහොමද මගේ laptop එක පොඩ්ඩක් slow අද බලමු it's okay but still yeah but still it's represent this one that means hello world I'm going to change this hello world into my name is things for that you can see to change this one you need to move into the Android text property this is available under this one in this case you can see it's so already hello world that's why hello world represent as the output so now I'm going to change this one to change into this variable name so the app name is this one app name you can see you see app name defined in top of the mobile application as test hello 2 so this my name is first before that let's find this one again R file so in this R file you can see this is the R file in this R file you can find this string class diamond. Then the next one is drawable. Then the next one class ID. Layout integer. This is the string class. So you can see our newly created variable in this r.java file. That means you can see this is the ID of this my name. It's already now created. Now we are going to change this hello world into as my name is. To do this one, you can set this and you can move into the android.xml file. This is the main file. So this is the main activity. In this case, it's defined the main activities and the main components. So you need to change this hello world into your new variable as string. Then you can see there are two suggestions, not app name. We are going to change it as my name is and so on. So you can select this one. Then you can run your program, see the output. Okay, same output. Wait. My name is 19B127. Do you have any question? Okay, so you can see this is the output. So if you need to change the output of your UI, you can change it by defining various kind of variables, and you can assign any values for the variable. So in this case, I already defined a new variable as my name, and I initiate this my names. That means I assigned my name is ABC as the value as value for this variables, and I changed the Android text as the string, then my variable / my variable name, then I run the program. So this is the output. Okay, then if you have any issue when running the program, sometimes it runs the previous program, sometimes it runs with some debugging issues. So you can clean the project and then you can again rebuild the project. After that, you can run the program. Okay, so these are the main things. Then let's move to visit.rj and find the ID values for each string object and the variable. We already did this, so you can see this is the value for my name dot variable. Then go to the build menu and clean the project. Again, you can check this r.java file. Likewise, you can clean and build your project and see whether these IDs are changed or not. Okay, so that's up to you. Then so in this case, you can see we defined the variable as my name. Then we assigned it in text view, which belongs to this string class. So this is also about our previous work. Then let's move into this one. So now you can open the activity.main XML and insert the false string. That means false string to the variable name and save the project. Then run the application. Then check for r.java file. So you can see you can give the default name. That means false value like this. false value like this, then you can run the program. Okay, you can see there are some error, linking error, fail to link the file resources because this name is not available in this project. So this is the linking error. So you can see. Let's move into this one. So this is the error. You can change the error. Okay, so these are the main things. You can move to the activity.mxl. Which session, Puta? 19B124. I didn't get your question, Puta. 19B124.
Madam, there is thundering.
Thunder. Oh, okay. You can leave. I didn't get your question. Thundering is a THU, I think. Okay, it's okay. You can leave the session. Okay. Then there are some. Yeah. Then you can go to the question number 31. In this 31, you can move to the main activity.main XML. Then go to the code view. Then copy and paste the text view tag again. You can copy this one and paste it again like this. Then in the second text wave, you can remove this one and you can enter Fun with Android. Okay. Then you can check this graphical user interface like this. In text view, you can see there are two texts as this one and this one. So you can see like this. You can change the position of this. There are two variables. The first one is this variable name. That means this one, my name variable. The string with my name variable. In the second text view, there are two text view as there are two text view. In the first text view, it's defined the my name according to the my name variable. That means it represent it output the string value of this my name variable. In the second text view, you can see it's initiated with Fun with Android one. So this is the text view, main text view of your application. You can move into this designing view. You can see there are two views, text view. This I think let's zoom this one. You can see my name is ABC, the first one, Fun with Android second one. You can change the location of this text view according to your preference like this. Okay, like this, you can change. Then Again, you can move to the text view when this is the location. By using this one, this is the horizontal bias and this is the vertical bias. You can see in this case, that means in my name variable, that means my name is ABC. It's these are the two values. So these are the two values in Fun with Android. Let's change this one and see the position. Again, go to the text view. You can see at that time the values are changed. Okay, so by using this and this, we can define the horizontal. Okay, that means position of your variable or the text view. Okay, you can run this application again and see the output. Okay, you can see my name is in this version, Fun with Android, this version. Likewise, you can set different text view for your interface. Okay, so there are 35, 36, 37 questions. You can try this at home. You need to find the executable file of your Android application. Can someone answer this question now? What is the that means what is the executable file of your Android application? So what is the executable file of this project? Can someone answer my question? What is the executable file? Okay, I think no one asked the question. Then you can find answer for 35, 36, 37 at home. That means by yourself. For next day, definitely I'm going to ask this question again. Okay. Then let's move into practical guide 2. I think it's not. Wait. Take some time to post this one. Okay, I'm going to share the. Now I'm going to share practical guide 2. Wait. I'm going to share the practical guide 2 with the chat. Wait. Practical guide 2 lecture 4. Okay. Are you already up? Sorry. Not for one. Everyone in the meeting. Wait. Okay, you can collect your practical guide 2 from the chat. Try to download it first. Okay. Are you able to download it? Okay, I will upload it to the Google Classroom. Okay, don't worry. Do you have any lecture after this one? Do you have any lectures after this lecture?
No, madam.
What about others? Software and network technology. I think network technology, they have lectures at 4:30 or what about others? No. Okay.
Today's lecture will cancel, madam.
Okay. Then let's start practical guide 2 also. In practical guide 2, that means this one. In Android practical guide, that means Android Studio practical guide 2, we are going to create our next Android application in first practical guide. We create a small application and identify what are the files available in the project and how we can change the variables and how we create, what are the steps to create the virtual machine, that means Android virtual device, then how to run the program, likewise basic things in Android. This practical guide 2, we are going to create our next application. So we can create next one, design interface is the next project. So I'm going to create next application. You can click on the file, then the new project. I'm again choosing the empty activity. Then we can give the name as design. What is the name? What's the name?
Design interface.
Design interface. We are going to design an interface. Language is Java. Okay. Let's close the previous one first. Okay. Before running this one, let's clean the project first. Then you can rebuild it. Okay. First question is to create the design interface project. Then the next one is check whether the Android virtual device is available to run your application. If it is not present, run the Android virtual device manager and you can create a new Android emulator using the following steps. I think now you have some experience about how to create new emulator. So in my example, we have some already available virtual devices. We can use one of them. Then I run the program like this. Okay. Again, it's from the previous one. Wait. Clean the project first. Then can rebuild your project again. Okay, then you can run your program. It's still running. Let's wait. Oh, what happened? Okay. You can see designing interface. So this is the newly created Android application with designing interface. Okay. So as a second question, in the second question, you need to expand your Java folder. First, you can move to the project view. I think it's easy. Let's take Android one. In this Android application, Android mode or Android view, you can see a folder. Under this app folder, you can find this Java folder. You can expand this Java folder. Under this one, you can find this main.activity Java file. So you can open this one. So this is the main. No. that's up to you. So in this Java file, you can see these are the available packages, and these are the imported libraries. So in this case, you can see this package. I think you have some experience with Java. So in this case, mostly this package is built with project name. So you can see the package is built with design interface, that means project name. So these are the imported libraries. Import Android support version 7 app community activity. So and also import Android OS bundles. So these are the available libraries. Yeah, imported libraries. So this is a class, public class main activity, extend the app compact activity. So this is the main class. This class extend this one. So this is the super class. Okay, so main activity class extend this app compact activity class. Okay, so as in third question, you need to find which library contain this app compact activity class. You can see this is available in Android support version 2. That means Android support version 2 library. And in this case, this is the method that is going to override. You can see this at override means this is the method which is going to override. Overridden method is this one. So I think you have some idea about override. Yeah, override scenario. So in wait. Clear this one. You can see according to this structure. According to this structure, you can see app compact activity is the super class and main activity is the subclass. So this subclass is extend this class. So in this class, you can find a method as onCreate. So this main activity is class going to overridden this onCreate method available in this super class. Okay, I think now you have some idea about this hierarchy. So app compact activity is the main, that means super class. Then this one main activity is the subclass. In app compact activity, there is a method as onCreate method. OnCreate method. So in this program, this onCreate method is override by this main activity class. Okay, so this is the theory behind this code. Okay. Then question number 4. Expand RES folder, then expand layout, then open the activity.main.xml. So it's already open. So but it is available in this RES folder. Under the layout, you can see this activity underscore main.xml, this one. Then the next one is expand the values folder and open string.xml. Okay, so the question number 3, check whether the string variable in the XML file using both design view and the code view. Check how the string variables are created and how the variables are assigned to them. We already did this one in previous practical guide. Okay, then you can go to the activity underscore main.xml, this file. and be familiar with the design view and the XML view. So you can see this is the design view, only one. I'm going to zoom in. You can see only this is the available component in this file. You can see this is the that means graphical representation, and this is the code representation. So this, according to this one, this is the code. You can see Android text is hello world. So these are the layout width and the height. Okay, so you can observe this one first. You can see layout width, wrap content, layout height, wrap content. So the Android text, that means text available, text assigned for this text view is hello world. So these are the other components available with this text view. Okay. Now you can run this one, and yeah, we can run this, and we already run this now. So you can see this is the output hello world. This hello world is defined under this text, under this Android text. Okay. Okay, then the next one is next question is change the text reference of text view into follows. Okay, so in this case, we are going to change the text reference as, before that, let's create another string variable. Let's create another variable as username. Like this, another variable username, and we can assign value as username for this text variable. In activity.main XML, I'm going to change this text reference into this variable, username variable. I'm going to copy this one. So like this, you can change text variable reference. Okay. This is the question number 12. You can change the text reference. In question number 3, you need to assign username value for the user name variable. We already did this. We already created a username variable and assigned username value for it. Then the next one, that means question number 14, to create the user editable text field and add edit text element inside that. Okay, you can see this is the question number 14. I'm going to copy this one. It takes time to code. I'm going to copy this one, and we are going to create the edit text field. You can copy this one, then we can insert, we can paste it in this one. You can see in this case, we need to create another variable as edit message. Okay. So in string XML file, we are going to create another string variable as edit message. I'm going to copy this one. And we need to assign enter user name enter username for this one. Then you can see this is the edit text view. There are some so we can run this first. Before that, we already created two variables, the string variable username and the editor message, and we assign username into the username variable and enter username into the edit message variable. Then we define one text view as text view for username and edit text view for this one, this enter username field. Okay, then we can run this project. You can see username. You can change the place, that means position, enter username. This is the text view, but there is a small error like this. This view is not constrained, so you can click on this one and you can wait. Yeah, you can remove the error. So if there are some errors, that means if there are some errors as the view is not constrained, it only has design in position, so it will jump to the 0, 0 at a runtime unless you add the constraint. Likewise, there are some errors, so at that time you can click on this info constraint button. Okay, so you can click on this info constraint button. At that time, this error is automatically disappeared from the text. That means activity underscore main XML file. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to change the position. Okay. You can change the position by dragging the pin like this. That's up to you. Like this, you can change the position. Then, okay. In next question number 16, you can see, you can change the, you can click on this info constraint. After that, you can change the position of your text edit. That means edit text. That means edit text according to your preference. You can change the position after click on this one. Okay, then you can assign, you can change the position. So username, enter username. So this is input for you. You can enter name like this. Okay, you can enter like this. Okay, I think it's enough for today. Do you have any questions? Only 17 students now. Do you have any questions? Okay, if you have any question, you can drop a mail or you can ask through. Sorry? Okay, no question. Okay, then let's stop for today.
Recording stopped.
You can try this question at home by yourself and ask your friends to try these things. And let's discuss difficulties in next day. So thank you.